YouTube was good, man. What's happening? Was popping with y'all. Hey, back at the crib, back on my shorty laptop. The pink HP laptop. Back on it again, man. Hey, I got something special coming real soon, for real. But today, I don't know. I'm watching some old nut shit, some old Lost Media, Lost Files. Nick Crowley, whatever the fuck that nigga name is, man. He be on that crazy weird shit, bro. So you know I gotta watch it. That's the crazy part. Oh hell no! I already ain't fucking with this.
It's the winter of 1985. A
Talk to
family
me.
living in a remote region of the Philippines receives a package at their door, which contained a single VHS tape and a note stating that the contents were for the children.
Boy,
of the
that shit
house.
sound like some
And
shit
so
out
the
the
kids were
Ring
gathered up
movie.
one by one and sat in front of the television where the tape began to play, introducing them to a brand new show called
Why? Why do you get the VHS tape?
This was the experience for hundreds of kids across the world, made to watch a seemingly harmless puppet show about a grandpa and his family, with
Hell
most of the
no.
young viewers loving it, gladly watching this episode and the many others that would be sent later on, over and over again, blissfully unaware that what they were being shown would someday come to be known as one of the most disturbing rabbit holes in the history of children's media.
Hey, this shit kind of cool.
This is the
Like I
story
got
of
my
Life with
monitor,
Grandpa, the
my
darkest kid
laptop
show
right here.
ever made.
Got the HDMI going into the monitor, so it was like kind of like my PC, but makeshift desktop.
Can I persuade you to subscribe?
Before we dive any further down this
Man.
rabbit hole, I want to.
Oh, this nigga got me, man.
Throughout my life, I've taken. Before we dive any further down this
Oh
rabbit
shit,
hole,
I don't-
see
my
the
bad, I
moment,
can't see.
and it's incredibly way to get 50 more convenient than having to arrive at your which
Man, come on, bruh. Damn,
guys
bruh.
make
We know you getting money, bruh. Damn.
Play on the steep hillside.
Life with Grandpa, won't you come along?
Bro, no
This
way
is
in
Life
hell,
with
motherfuckers.
Grandpa, a straight to
No way in hell niggas watching this shit and be like, yeah, this is entertaining, bruh. Like, this is what y'all was on back then? This is the type of shit y'all was on? Oh, freak
A
yeah.
journey to teach the audience lessons loosely based on Christianity through the use of stories, skits, and songs.
Yeah, I
acting as
can't
a
say
guide for
shit
children to
me.
live their best possible lives for Jesus.
We're continuing with some more lessons about prayer. Are you all ready?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Gen Z, shit.
Thank
When I
you,
hear
Lord. Such sweet
The
XYZ.
show was set up in an
JK,
episodic
LMNOP.
fashion, never following any
Motherfuckers just be coming on
main
anything
overarching
to
storyline,
put after
and
generation.
Instead, each installment would be composed of a
That
series of shorter
bitch head was so
segments,
fucking
recounting
big.
past
Y'all seen that
experiences
shit?
from this
Oh,
family, with an occasional musical number thrown in here and there.
the fuck was that? That wasn't my shit.
Unsurprisingly, the main character of the crew was Grandpa, who acted as the show's host, often being
Hey,
the
hold
one to
on,
teach
man.
the
He be
episode.
editing the fuck out of these videos. I know, boy, that nigga be putting his heart and soul in this shit. Bro, y'all see all this crazy shit he doing, bro? This shit takes so much time.
Central
Bro, he just doing it
messages
for the
not
love of
only
the
to his
game, though.
on-screen family, but to all the kids watching at home.
I respect that.
Kite.
But wouldn't you like to pray that some poor little boy who doesn't have so many
I need
toys
nigga-
and
nigga
blessings
like
as
Nick.
you do, will find your kite?
Yes, Grandpa.
As he was made to be a wise, almost religious-like figure whose words were never questioned. Often seen by his side
Motherfucker look
was his
like
wife,
Moses.
Mother Maria. Though for as often as she's shown, she rarely has
Mother
much to
Maria,
say.
bro, that's a
Yes.
that name freaky itself. I feel when you say Mother Maria, I think nigga, I'm because of the Resident Evil.
Typically only chiming in when she's
That's why.
reiterating
That's
Grandpa's
one thing about
messages
that
to the
shit.
children. And of the children,
No,
there
that was Mother
Davida,
Miranda.
Techi, and Davidito, with the latter being one of the show's central figures, landing right next
Bro,
to
these
or potentially
bangs?
even ahead of Grandpa. in
Dumb
terms of
as
screen time,
shit.
as Davidito often got his own segments and told his own stories directly to the audience.
Nigga look like Diego.
Evelyn, would you like to hear some exciting prayer adventures? This first story happened when
I said that nigga
was
look like
very small.
Diego.
And though it's never outright stated, it's clear that Davidito was put on a
Bro, that's
pedestal,
not
with
me.
the child often getting special
Is it?
treatment and being showered in gifts, as the family
Man,
clearly
I'm-
seemed to
I
favor
don't know.
him.
Thank you, Uncle Al.
It's called a kite.
We want to give you a little surprise because
Hey,
you
y'all
were
wanna know
such
something
a
crazy,
good
bro? I ain't never flew a kite before. never in my life flew a kite before. I done tried. That shit ain't work. The wind wasn't blowing right, some shit like that. But I have never flown a kite ever in my life. Matter of fact, I only ever had one, and it was a little cheap one I'm talking about that didn't work because it was fucking hole in it. Cheap ass kite.
Witness, this brand new tape recorder is for you.
Pissed me off in
Thank
this
you,
motherfucker,
Jesus.
man.
With there never being an explanation as to why. This is the
Yo.
core group of Life with Grandpa, with the only
What
other
a
reoccurring
sound,
characters
dog. I hope y'all can hear that shit, but I damn
being
sure
Aunt
can't.
Sarah
Yeah, there you
and
go.
Uncle
Cool.
Elf, a couple that was often shown around the house helping look after the kids. And despite this
Man,
looking
this
like
shit
something
janky
pulled
as
straight from the
hell,
depths of the
bruh.
Uncanny Valley,
It's a
the
delay
concept
on the
within show didn't
camera.
really seem all that
This shit
troublesome.
delay.
In fact,
It's
it appeared
choppy.
to
Oh
and
man.
not too unlike the many other low-budget religious shows of the time, highlighting themes like obedience,
Nothing short of right is right.
Yes, so the right thing is...
To obey.
sharing,
Weird.
Good morning, Davida. I have a surprise for you. Oh, can I see it? I would like to share my cars with you. Which ones do you like?
and loving everyone.
Man, this
That's
shit
really smart
weird.
of you, David. Thank you for that nice, generous present.
What present?
That nigga was made to
That
look
nice
like Moses,
kiss.
huh?
A kiss makes a real beautiful gift or present.
Though mixed within these fairly standard teachings, you'll find other moments that are far more unusual.
Type shit.
Don't run down that gravel hill. Davida! Oh,
This bitch just fell. I swear to God. This bitch just fell. Davida, don't go running down that hill. Davida. Bruh, that's crazy as fuck, bruh.
Davida!
She's bleeding and her
Bro, you know how fucking stupid you gotta be to do that shit, bro? To do some shit like that. You know how hard it is to run down a hill? Now imagine running down a loose gravel hill. Nah, that's crazy as fuck.
cut is all covered with dirt.
And I don't even have a tissue to wipe it with.
You gonna use
I'll
a
just
tissue
have
to wipe
to
that
lick it
shit?
clean and
Oh, hell no.
The show
What?
featured a
But our God is still a God of miracles. Praise the Lord.
as well as its constant endorsement of
Bro, who
spanking.
voiced him, bro?
Jesus spanks us because he loves us.
Jesus does
and
what?
wants us to obey and be good.
Oh my God. This is... Bro, how do you come up with shit like this? Like, bro, how do you come up with shit like this? Bro, you gotta be a sick motherfucker in the head to come up with some shit like this, bro. Like, bro, the human mind is one of the scariest things on planet Earth. It is the scariest thing on planet Earth. Bro, humans can conjure up any motherfucking thing if they put their mind to it. And then, shit. Hey, I've been watching Dicks and I'm finna talk about Dark Passenger on some shit. Then, you know, you living that life, that dark passenger in that seat next to you, man. You just hear, like, I don't know where you are. You're on Pluto. You're on Mars. You're somewhere else. I don't know.
We're really sorry. So if the Lord should spank you a little bit or correct you, it's for your own good. It's because he loves you and wants you to be good and obey.
And while these are certainly strange,
Why they keep
by
talking
far the
about
most
obey?
glaring
Bro, they
indication
tryna-
that Life with Grandpa wasn't
Bro, it's
just
a
your
cult
typical
initiation,
show
bro.
Came from the program's stance on women,
Just
with
chill
the first
the
major example
fuck,
coming
eh?
from a song made for the young girls watching on.
So do the dishes and clean the floor, and God can show us
Cuz,
something more.
it's 5:08 a.m.
Whether it's great or
Bro, I'm on a strong ass, like 2.5, maybe 3 hours of sleep in the last 2 days from
The
Friday to
message behind
Saturday.
the song is clear. If you're a woman, then it's your job to
I ain't
cook,
been able to
clean, and
sleep,
have
bruh,
babies.
because
And
I ain't
that's
been
about
able to,
it,
like,
as this is God's will and
post,
your
like
sole
post
purpose for
actual
existing.
YouTube
And while this
videos. I just
ideology
been
was certainly
posting
not
crazy
as
shorts,
controversial at
and
the
like I
time,
don't know,
the
it
show
just been
took
making me
it even
restless
further,
not being
as it
able to
hammered
post.
home this
So
idea
I'm
to
real
all the
happy.
children
I'm real happy
watching
to be
on
back
by
doing this shit
repeating one
again.
line at the end over and over again.
Trust and obey, for there's no other way. Trust and obey, for there's no other way.
Oh, hell no. These niggas got me bobbing my head. Oh, my
making it
God.
clear that this was a lesson that the showrunners
Bro, what
didn't
am I
want these kids to
doing?
question. But as comically offensive as this song is, it was far from the worst that the show had to offer.
I can't believe myself.
It's time for our lecture talk.
Oh, my God.
In another episode, we're shown a
Big
musical
ass
number
rat.
about Grandpa, who's portrayed as a scientist that's always busy working, though the song is really less about him and more about his love interest.
Oh! Yo! We putting this in kid shows?
A robot,
What we got?
long hair, and nude female breasts. It's one of the most surreal things that I've ever seen on a kid show, as this thing was clearly
Like
meant to
they
be
just
portrayed
threw
as
this
Grandpa's
shit in our
wife and
faces.
women
It's
in
just
general,
right there.
likening them to robots. Though unlike the previous demeaning song, this number is blatantly perverted, as it not only shows the robot having breasts, but it also shows Grandpa fondling them as well.
Oh
And
my
these perversions
God.
weren't even exclusive to its imagery.
Bro, the creators of this show ought to be ashamed of themselves. Oh my God. Oh,
It's shocking for so many
wow.
reasons, but mainly due to the fact
Come
that this
on,
was on a show that
dog.
was literally made for toddlers and young children, who are now being shown this clearly explicit content. And most disturbing of all is the realization that this sexualized material was actually nothing new to the world of Life with Grandpa.
Oh, so they just do this
Creating the
shit.
puppets, there was a little
So they just
illustrated
do
book
this shit
series
for real
called
like
Life
that.
Of Grandpa, with the show practically being a shot-for-shot remake of this book series, featuring the same exact characters and
Shit.
stories. And much like the show, the series was also a religious guide created for children.
Who wrote
In its
this
pages,
shit?
you'll find themes about morality and lessons made to
Bro, I
guide
need
you
to have a
towards proper way of
conversation with
living
they
through
ass.
this religion. But these
Try to
books
just see
also
how
had
they
a
pick
very
their
apparent
brains, see
dark
how their
side.
mind work.
One far
Bro, the
worse
crazy
than the show
part is they
inspired.
probably some regular ass nigga, bro.
In the chapter Real Fathers,
Some
we're shown
regular
a
ass
scene where
nigga,
Tetchy
good
and
life.
Naruto question
Look,
why they
look,
have
look,
to
look. Some regular ass nigga got a good life, good paying job, like 55. He might be getting paid like $55 an hour. He got 1-2 kids, you know. They living life good. They can take vacations whenever they want. They got financial freedom.
different skin colors, despite them being siblings, as Tetchy noticed that Davidito's skin
He
appeared
did.
light brown,
Wrote
while
some
hers was
shit.
almost pure white.
Mine
to
just
which
made-
Grandpa then
Mine
explains to
just
them
made
how
that
his
shit
wife
up.
and their mother
It's a little
had
mode. It's a little mode he get
slept
in.
with other men. See, God used Timothy and Carlos only to fuck mama so that I could have you both. They were just like an instrument or tool that Jesus used to help create you wonderful
chewing the
little
fuck out
children
this
for
gun,
his
man. In
kingdom.
my bad,
Praise
y'all.
the Lord. This was followed by an in-depth explanation of what that scene looked like, including images depicting the act.
I just know I was looking crazy. Oh shit, they fucking.
Examples like this are prevalent all
They fucking on the kids novel. Nah, it's just right there in our faces too. Bruh, let me go back, bruh. Oh God, let me go back. Fuck it, just play.
throughout the pages of
This
Life
shit
with
won't never
Grandpa,
rewind.
with erotic material being shown
Shit, I
constantly,
probably
with no regard
can't
as to how
see the
inappropriate
sh-
this is to be showing kids.
Bro, what in
which
the
begs the
hell?
obvious question: why? Why was Life with Grandpa so
Bro,
blatantly
ass and
perverted?
titties,
Well, the answer lies
bruh.
with the author of the books and the
Oh
reason for
my
the show's
goodness.
existence, David Berg.
Bro, they was just
Send his
fucking.
angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect. That's when Jesus is going to come back, to rapture his saints, to gather them together.
What?
Born in 1919, David grew up a devout believer in Christianity, but wanted something more from the religion. He dreamed of one day starting his own group with his own teachings. And in 1968,
cult.
at the ripe age of 50,
Fucking
he decided
cult.
it was time to do just that. The group began in Huntington Beach, California, and went by many names over the years, like Teens for Christ, the Children of God, the Family of Love, the Family International, or just the
They
Family.
kept changing this
But
shit cause
regardless of
ain't
its
shit
name, there
stick,
was no
bruh.
denying
Cause
that
this shit
was
weird.
a cult. A cult led by David Berg. Berg would find young hippies and those struggling with drug addiction and mental
See?
health issues, and convince them to join his group by stating that the end of the world was coming
Cult!
soon, and that
That's what he's doing. He's extorting these niggas. He's extorting these young men and women. That's crazy. to build up his fucked up fantasy, bro. That's crazy as hell. These folks innocent, bro. They just going through some shit, bro. And he extorting them. That's crazy as a motherfucker.
At the time, it was
I told you, nigga,
effective,
nuts.
with the sect amassing a staggering 10,000 members at its peak. And at first, David got by with fairly standard teachings from the Bible, although this wouldn't last. After some time, Berg began addressing his followers via frequent illustrated messages called Mo letters that featured his ramblings and teachings from the time, with Berg slowly
posting
ingraining
propaganda
into
and
his members
shit.
that the contents of these letters should be taken as seriously, if not more so, than the Bible. In one of these letters sent out in 1972, Berg claimed that God was going to destroy the United States and that the group needed to flee the country immediately, with Berg demanding that his followers spread out all across the globe and open up communal homes where members could live as one, far away from the public.
Bro, the nigga, I ain't gonna cap, bro. I ain't gonna cap. The nigga had the vision, bro. He had the vision, bro. He just needed the platform, bro. He just needed the funds. He just needed the folks, bro. This nigga was trying to take over the world. This nigga, he said he wanted his folks to expand out globally and spread throughout the world. Globally means throughout the world, nigga. Y'all know that. Y'all still in school, right? Cuz was trying to take over the world on some Dr. Doofenshmirtz shit, bro.
130 communities being established across 70
nigga
different
had
countries,
vision.
essentially overnight. This mass migration had an extremely significant impact on the family, as it left practically the entire group outside of the United States, and more importantly, outside of the United States
legit, bro. Nigga look
meaning that Berg
scary
could now get
hell,
away
didn't
with
it?
far more than he used to. And unsurprisingly, this is where he began to tighten his control.
Oh my god, what he did?
The full-time members were made to give up all of their earthly possessions to the group, and
Oh
cease
my
all contact
God.
with their family and friends who were non-believers.
This
cutting them
nigga
off
extorting
from the
these
outside
folks.
world
Oh
completely.
my goodness.
And these restrictions also applied.
I feel so bad.
Consume.
I feel so bad for these folks. This nigga think he
In
God.
his teachings, Berg denounced all forms of entertainment made outside of the cult, since he believed that this would poison the minds of his members and potentially sway them into leaving the group. And so, instead, he insisted that his followers only consume media that was produced directly by the family, with these works often being created by Berg himself or the other followers he enlisted, and then shipped
Bro,
directly
he
to the members'
brainwashing
homes,
these
leading to
motherfuckers,
hundreds, if not
man.
thousands of videos, movies,
Bro, we
and
is
TV
listening
shows
to a
being produced and shared
nigga
among the
extorting,
this
brainwashing,
wasn't just
and
about
doing
providing
all other
entertainment.
kinds
It
of
was
shit
really
to
all
people's
about
minds. He
controlling the
fucking
minds
them
of
up
his
up
group,
here.
And even more importantly, indoctrination.
Indoctrination is the act of teaching people a set of beliefs without allowing them to question them. Oh, a dictatorship. Okay.
Their minds into following everything that the cult
Bro, who
believed
came
in
up with these
without
fucking
question.
words like
The main themes of these
indoctrination?
were
How you
usually
put that
things
shit together? Like how you put that shit together? Indoctrination.
like always be happy,
And put that meaning behind it. How you come up with them words? They got the meaning of indoctrination. How you come up with them words, put them together. Then how you come up with them words, put them together to make this big
Always
random
show
ass,
love.
dumb ass loop around and shit.
and never, under any circumstances, question your parents.
Always best to do it 'cause Daddy said so. Do it 'cause Daddy said so.
They singing that shit too.
Daddy said so. Trust, obey, and do it 'cause Daddy said so. Do it 'cause Daddy said so.
Bro keeps saying obey.
And
I
Luther
don't even want to
was no
repeat it, bruh.
exception, as it too was
He trying to
created
get
by the
us.
family in
He
order
trying to
to
get
instill
us.
their beliefs into its
Must
child
stay focused.
viewers,
Must stay strong,
with the line
brother.
trust and obey being hammered home time and time again, as those creating the programs didn't want their kids questioning any of the practices, and so they were teaching them to simply smile along and trust the adults. But because the group was the one producing and distributing the content, they basically had no regulations placed on them, meaning that they could include whatever they want in these shows without any repercussions, leading to many of the showrunners exploring some of the group's more controversial beliefs, which becomes extremely troublesome.
These
when
niggas
you
knew
realize
exactly
that
what
the
they were
family
doing.
wasn't just your standard cult, and instead, it was a sex cult.
Oh, hell no, dog. I thought it was just some regular ad nut shit. This is some freaky nut shit. It's crazy. Oh my god, it's some freaky nut shit. Oh no. I'm just gonna play the
Think of
video.
Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. you thinking about? You think about a beautiful naked man and a beautiful naked woman. And what is the first thing that a beautiful naked man and a beautiful naked woman would, of course, naturally do as soon as they saw each other and nobody else around? I think just one look was all it took.
David Berg was a deeply perverted man. The idea of sex consumed him and seeped its way into essentially all of his teachings.
I think Adam and Eve are over there behind those bushes right now, busy making, not pina colada, I think they're making some other kind of juices.
And once his
Bro,
followers were
what's
outside
wrong
of
with
the
this
US,
nigga, bro?
He began to preach something he called
Bro, what is he
love,
talking
which
about?
essentially said that the family should be showing all people love, and that love should come in the form
Bro,
of
this
sex.
nigga look like that actor.
What I preach.
Y'all know exactly who I'm talking about.
Boys and girls, hallelujah.
And so he told his followers to open up their relationships to outsiders,
wasn't him,
calling the
bro.
practice sharing, as you were made to share your partner in the hopes of enticing new people to join the group. But he wasn't satisfied with just this, and instead he began to mandate that the women of the group participate in something he called flirty fishing. Also known as FF, flirty fishing describes the practice of
What
women
is it?
going into bars at night in order to pick up lonely men, who they
Okay.
would then entertain for the night. The goal of this was to
Right.
convince these men to join the family, though more realistically, the goal was also to make money, as they were made to charge
Bro,
for
bro,
their services.
Buddy having motion. I can't count. Buddy was having motion. Buddy was just having motion, bro. He got bitches, fucking niggas, and converting them over. And that's crazy. Buddy having motion. I wonder how many shorties he had doing this. Bro, he probably had a mean ass, starting five. Bro, we need the Netflix series on this nigga, bro.
The women being told to seek lonely businessmen. And this is something that Berg not only pushed heavily, but outright mandated, insisting that every
they were
woman in the
Donald
group
Trump.
do this or face being removed from the family, even those who were married. And Berg was so serious about this that he sent every colony report forms so that they could report
this
how much
nigga-
flirty fishing was being done, in
this
order to
nigga
check
was
their
getting his
statistics and
way.
make sure that they were up to par.
This nigga was having his
Understandably,
way.
many women of the group were concerned by this.
No
They
cap.
wanted nothing to do with it. However, most of them had moved all the way across the world and sacrificed all of their belongings to be in this group, meaning that their removal would leave them with nothing. They were trapped. Simply put, Berg was forcing the women of the group into prostitution, and he was shameless about it too, calling them God's whores and Christ's hookers. But worst of all, Berg knew that flirty fishing could put these women in grave danger, as he admitted to them that violent assaults were going to happen. But he said that if you want to live, simply don't resist. And if you do get hurt or even killed, that's entirely your fault.
Oh
as
my
after
God, this
all,
nigga's
it was
sick.
God's will.
This nigga
And this
is
was on
sick,
top of
bro.
a myriad of other horrific things that Berg said that I can't even repeat here. But the man saying all of these horrific things was the same man who wrote Life with Grandpa, and he used this medium to normalize his sex cult's beliefs for the children watching, which gives more context as to why women were portrayed in the way they were in these books and the show, as Life with Grandpa was breaking down the young girls watching and grooming them for a life of prostitution that they were made to accept without question.
Trust and obey, for there's no other way. Trust and obey.
Though the show wasn't only for preparing the kids for the perverse lifestyles they were headed for, and instead,
Bro, this
they
nigga
were
had
already becoming well accustomed to it.
this nigga had the evil villain. Wait, what?
Throughout his Mo letters, Berg also began to preach that children should be involved in these affairs and sharing as well,
this
stating
nigga
that he
done-
believed age should have nothing to do with it. In fact,
my
he believed
God.
that children should be taught about this lifestyle essentially as soon as they're born.
I can't
And although,
watch this.
again, I can't read his exact words on this, Berg had declared open season on pedophilia, and much like flirty fishing, it was mandatory. The
What?
events that followed is
Bro, how do you
unimaginable,
come
as-
up-
and not only did many parents go along
guide?
with this, but many clearly
He taking the
enjoyed it.
time to do all this shit, bro. Bro, there's some evil villain ass plan.
So beautiful.
Nigga like the Green Goblin. I
And
want
for
to hear
this
him laugh. He
couple
probably laugh just
specifically,
like him.
this wasn't
He
the
probably got a
only order
nigga
that they were
talking
happily
on his
following.
shoulder or some shit like
And it
that.
was really a blessing too for Joe and Hobo, because
Joe
they had
and
the chance
Hobo.
to share also with Sally. And so the Lord's really setting us freer and freer to obey and to be free and to show that sample of freedom and love to the world.
Life
I
with
can't
Grandpa was
believe it.
literally
I
created
can't
to
believe this.
indoctrinate kids into a pedophilic sex cult. And it makes you realize why exactly it and so many other of the cult's
And
programs
then,
were
and
hammering home
then,
this point.
and then they gonna grow up to do the same thing to other kids. They gonna be making more.
Point of not questioning your parents or any adults, and to simply obey and smile.
So the right thing is...
To obey.
Because the adults in their lives were now suddenly doing unimaginable things to them, and they were being groomed not to question it, making some of the show's segments horrendous in hindsight.
One very special way you can show the big people that you love them is by giving them lots of hugs, kisses, and cuddles. Oh. A child's love and affection really encourages and inspires the big people.
It was normalizing their abuse.
Some sick motherfuckers in the world. It's some really sick motherfuckers in the world, bro. I gotta be careful out there, bro. Bro, you gotta see shit like this, hey, like on some real shit, bro. Like, we doing this shit for entertainment and shit, you know, this his job and shit. But bro, this is like a real thing. He reported, like, this is some shit that actually happened that no one has ever heard about until this nigga video. Like,
And because of this, many children never questioned the horrible assaults that they endured. Assaults that were all fueled and pushed by David Berg's sick perversions.
God created boys and girls able to have children by about the age of 12 years of age. My God, now he's going to advocate child and sex. Yes.
Which were far from theoretical, as Berg himself allegedly partook in this practice repeatedly with his own children and stepchildren, as incest was also a key point of his teachings, and his adult followers rarely dared to question this, as those who refused to partake in Berg's latest teachings were again at risk of removal from the group, which is even more devastating for those who had children, as much like all of their possessions, their kids were pledged and belonged to the family. And the kids themselves couldn't seek help either, as those that refused to trust and obey were sent away to actual prison camps owned by the cult until they were basically reprogrammed.
They made camps. I was sent with my brother to the Philippines. We had armed guards from the Filipino military keeping us in. They would publicly beat you if you asked to leave, then try to break you and get you to confess.
And the group continuously got away with this too, thanks in large part to Berg's orchestration of the group leaving the United States, which looking back was almost certainly done on purpose. Plus, many members were actually living in hiding. In fact, all of the members were made to change their names upon joining the group, and most were told to never give out their last names, meaning that if any child wanted to report that it happened to them, they would be unable to provide even the names of their abusers.
How do you come up with this plan?
Who at this point lived most of his life in hiding,
bro,
going by numerous aliases
it's
to
not just him, bro. It wasn't just him, bro. One nigga not coming up with this shit, bro. He might be a smart motherfucker, but he ain't that goddamn smart, bro. This nigga out here looking like bro. He looking like Light Yagami, bro. Like he looking like L on some shit, bro. Like, nigga, you is not that smart. It's probably at least 2, maybe 3 of these sick ass niggas like him. He just the big face, and the other 2 we don't even know nothing about. It's crazy, bro.
Detection, aliases like King, Moses, Mo,
What?
Dad, and eventually Grandpa.
Why he do it? Why he say it like that? See,
The entire
like,
show was about him.
This is shit I be
David
talking
Berg,
about.
which is why he was shown as a wise, unquestioned religious-like figure who the children were made to look up to.
This nigga think he tough.
As the characters shown alongside Berg were also members of his real-life family that lived with him in a remote commune. Mother Maria was the nickname of Karen Zerby, David's wife who helped him run the cult and facilitate this era of hypersexualization.
What I
While
tell
Sarah
you.
was based on Sarah Kelly, the woman in charge of running the prison camp made to punish the kids who dared question the family's beliefs.
What I tell
Sarah
you.
Kelly, who was
What I tell you.
responsible for
What I tell you, man. Like my nigga DJ Ghost say, I don't pre-watch my videos. You feel what I'm saying? I don't pre-watch my
But the
videos.
most grotesque detail to come from the revelation of who these characters are was that it showcased David Berg's polygamy. as he was actually married to many people in the real world, and 2 characters on the show itself, Mother Maria and Davida. His
Oh my god. It just hit me.
Davida would eventually go on to tell her story, stating that she had been Berg's child.
Bro, she can't even blink straight, nigga.
With the ring and everything.
Tell her story, stating that she had been Berg's child bride.
Bro, she can't even blink.
Davida
Bro,
would
what the
eventually go on
fuck?
to tell
Y'all
her story, stating that
Is it
she had been
delayed for
Berg's
y'all?
child
Delayed
bride.
for me? Oh my god. She blinking one eye at a time and opening one eye at a time.
I was implicated into being one of his queens, so to speak.
Along with allegations that she had been victimized by him countless times. And she wasn't the only victim of Berg's perversions. Techi was often sexualized by Berg publicly, with Berg having stories made and illustrated depicting his fantasies about her when she was just a child. On top of this, numerous people within the group also claimed that she had been outright assaulted by the hands of Berg, as well as many others in the group.
Bro, y'all motherfuckers really set. No, like on some real life human to human shit. They real life sat there and watch this shit, bro. Like it was like being for real. Like niggas know that ain't right, bro. Like bro, yeah, you know, it's sick motherfuckers in the world, but they sick motherfuckers. It ain't too many of them, bro. Truthfully, it ain't too many of them. It's way more just like normal people, bro. Normal people. And all these people, regardless of their addiction, they just sat there like, bro, they know this shit not right. They know this shit not right at all. Like this is crazy.
Show that
like, this
much
is
more
really
sickening.
Crazy.
But of all of the horrible stories to come from the real life characters of Life with Grandpa, there's one that is far and away the most horrific. The story of Davidito.
What happened to my nigga Davidito?
Handsome boy. Isn't he, girl?
Dito!
Would you like for David to share some more lessons?
Yes, Grandpa.
Are you all ready? Okay, David.
Oh, hey, what he did to my nigga Dito.
Oh.
Oh.
As a baby, he was taken in as Berg's son, following Maria conceiving him with a man after a night of fruity fishing. And being David's first son, he was given the nickname Davidito. As for David Berg, he viewed this child as essentially a messiah. He began telling his followers that Davidito would one day save them from the apocalypse, causing Davidito to become a celebrity within the group, and worshipped as a religious figure when he was just a baby. Which explains why he was given so much airtime during Life with Grandpa, and why he was constantly being showered with gifts.
We want to give you a little surprise because you were such a good witness.
And for David and Karen, they wanted Davidito's life and childhood to be a guide for all
Bro, I ain't
members
gonna
of the
lie,
group,
this shit
as they
is
raised
actually
him in what
making
they
me
believed
wanna
to be the
throw the
perfect
fuck
manner
up.
for a godly household. And so the couple and several other contributors documented the way he was raised, with daily journal entries that were published as weekly newsletters, and eventually turned into one massive book titled The Story of Davidito. And the family truly believed that this over 700-page book was the ultimate guide for parenting and showed the only proper way to raise a child. Though what it actually showed was just how badly Davidito was being abused. Davidito was described laying next to his nude nannies, witnessing orgies involving his own mother, and being touched sexually by the adults around him, with these examples being presented
fucking God. Bro, this nigga's a buster. This nigga's a buster. For real. This nigga's a lame ass nigga. He is a lame ass nigga, bro.
Only written stories.
No, like no way you really put this shit into play. Like no way.
Drawings placed over the top of them in order to hide their identities. The book was not only promoting sexual acts with children, but it was outright showing it, and showing it happen to Davidito. The more he began to see the family for what they really were, and the constant pain that he was experiencing eventually made him want to just run away from it all. And so, in 1999, that's exactly what he did, fleeing to the United States in the hopes of starting a new life. Though this was easier said than done, and no amount of distance was enough to keep him away from his tortured past. At one point during his time in the United States, Ricky actually opened up about the struggles he was experiencing on a website made for survivors of the family. And there, he documented just how bad things really were for him and several others behind the scenes, living with Berg, appropriately titling the post, Life with Grandpa. It was apparent that he was haunted by this life that he tried to escape, as the trauma was an everyday cycle of hell.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to read it.
Do you know that sometimes the Lord likes to test our faith, to teach us patience, and to really make us pray? This is just what happened to me once.
Bro, 'cause 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 'c
Well, hey,
No,
everyone.
no, 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 no,
I
no,
want
no.
people to know that even though some of the things that I'm going to try to do are rather shocking and maybe not right in a lot of people's books, I want to explain some of the reasons behind it.
On January 7th, 2005, Ricky Rodriguez set up a video camera in his apartment and expressed his desire to kill his mother and other leaders of the group for all the dreadful things that they had done not only to him,
It kinda look like
as well the other
Fusitude.
children, with his hope being that this would finally bring down the family once and for all.
My goal is to get those sick bucks, Ma and Peter, and you know, then I can go to the next life knowing that, you know, that I made a difference.
With Ricky going as far as to show off the various ways that he planned
He really
on
believe he
torturing
making a
them.
difference getting rid of them. This how sick they is. Bro, this was a normal ass fucking kid and he done grew up not knowing what to think of himself. Not knowing how to handle himself. Like for real, like they destroyed this nigga's life for no fucking
did, saying that he did it mainly for his sister Techi, but he felt no better. In fact, he felt worse. And even looking back at the video, it's very obvious that this was something that Ricky didn't truly want to do, and instead he felt like he had to do it, to avenge everyone that the family had hurt.
I'm not trained. I don't know how to fucking do this. I don't even want to fucking do this. God damn it.
It's so
And
real.
it was too late to take back what he did.
It's so
And he
real,
stopped the car in a
bruh.
dark parking lot, sat there for a moment, thinking about everything that had happened during his painful life.
No.
And ended his suffering once and for all.
No.
Boy, that's what these fuckers have done to us.
No.
Didn't actually, you know, grab a knife and cut us up, but man, they sure fucked up our brains. That's the way it was at Grandpa and Mama's house. Literally or figuratively, they're going down. So, with that happy thought, I shall leave you.
What shit happy about that, nigga?
Ricky Rodriguez's death was devastating for the community of survivors of the
Extraordinary,
family,
man.
and it caused shockwaves all throughout the family itself, as his final video was plastered all over the news. And though it didn't happen in the way he expected it or wanted it to, Ricky's life and death undoubtedly contributed to the decline of the family, and helped diminish the cycle of abuse within the group. Starting from the story of Davidito, the public pressure...
And it went in vain. His death didn't go in vain. That's what I'm fucking talking about, bro. That nigga died for his shit. That nigga died for what he believed in. That nigga stood on business. He stood on big business, dog. For real. That nigga died for that shit. And it
to
didn't go
outlaw
in
the
vain.
widespread abuse that he once preached. And though it is believed that
He
it
made
never
the
really
change
came
you
to
were
an
looking
end,
for.
it was at the very least significantly reduced. And by the time the news began to cover Ricky's death,
He made
it
the
proved to be
change
the
he was
final
trying to
wake-up
make.
call for many still within the group.
Come
as they
on
finally
now.
began to see through the facade.
Come
of the
on
parts of the
now.
world of their lives.
Yeah.
Like Grandpa says,
Fuck with him. Fuck with him now, nigga.
when we pray, things will happen.
You feel what you know what I'm saying, good?
It's difficult to watch any of Life with Grandpa, knowing its history, its purpose, and the real people that it was inspired by. Though as soon as
fucking
the media
did.
began taking notice of the cult, many members were made to purge the media that was sent to them that may be considered incriminating. And as a result, it appears that most of Life with Grandpa is missing to this day, and potentially destroyed forever. Currently, only 4 episodes have been recovered, and it's not even known how many more
Nigga,
were released, or even what
way
year the show
fucking more
started
than
or
4.
ended. But considering
Nigga, it's
how
probably
closely the show
hundreds.
mirrored the
It's
book,
probably
it's
fucking
possible that
thousands.
these potentially missing and destroyed episodes are much worse than the ones we have today. But despite not knowing the full extent of the show, it's clear that Life with Grandpa and the countless other programs that the family made...
Bro, what the fuck was
exactly
they doing to these little kids and these little babies, man? That shit, oh, I'll beat the shit out of one of these niggas. Like, bro, what the fuck was they doing to these children, man?
what they wanted them to. They brainwashed an entire generation of the cult's
I
children.
know why you look and be like,
And the effects
yeah,
were
oh,
devastating.
that's sick.
But they
I don't
become
want to say
extremely
that.
agitated when we ask them about most
Damn.
of their teachings on sex.
I got no sound.
Your father described that as a routine publication.
Oh, bro. My bad.
They're not having sex, they're just kissing and hugging in bed. That's not sex.
If you show it to other people, they don't understand. That stuff's not supposed to be publicized. So many people think sex is wrong. So many people hate us. We
Oh,
just telling
what she? I know she's saying some important shit right now too.
They brainwashed an entire generation of the cult's children, and the effects were devastating.
But they become extreme. Extremely agitated when we asked him about Moses David Berg's teachings on sex.
My Little Fish. Now, your father described that as a routine publication.
They're not having sex, they're just kissing and hugging in bed. That's not sex.
if you show it to other people, they don't understand. That stuff's not supposed to be publicized. So many people think sex is wrong. So many.
Oh my God! Oh my God! That is destroying her saying that shit. Oh my God! Oh my God! It is destroying her to sit up there and say that shit.
But who was the one actually making it?
I didn't know.
Well,
I thought it was
unfortunately,
him.
Most of the people who worked on the show have their identities hidden by only using their first names, or even using straight up aliases, so I could hardly find any information on any of them, with the exception of one, Peter Puppet. Peter Puppet was sort of a celebrity within the group, being responsible for numerous puppet shows, including one called The Lovettes.
It's so many of them. I was wrong when I said that's probably like
Which was
2,
actually
3 of
far more
them.
popular than Life with
Nah.
Grandpa, and was even supposedly broadcast on TV in the Philippines,
Nah.
with the show being a disturbing.
It ain't 2, 3, 4, 5. It ain't 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a whole lot fucking more than that. It's a whole organization.
Would you like to hear a story? Well, then let's go see Grandpa in the garden. Hello, children. So nice of you to visit us in the garden today.
But Peter Puppet owned this group and was in charge of the Lovettes team, and coincidentally, the Lovettes just so happened to be credited as the producers of Life with Grandpa. So Peter Puppet was, at the very least, one of the contributing creators of the show. And he also seems to be the one in charge of performing the actual musical numbers on the show, as they featured puppets that belonged to Peter and the Lovettes team, with these segments interestingly being credited to an unknown man named Peter Pioneer.
We have a beautiful song from Peter
Oh, they
Pioneer.
fuck.
It's
Oh,
not
they
a concrete
fucking names
link,
just
but it's
Peter.
clear that Peter Puppet had a role in the show's creation, and helped push the family's disturbed ideology onto hundreds of kids across the globe. But during the creation of Life with Grandpa, it seems his own beliefs were being tested. In the beginning of the video, we saw an example of the family's view on doctors.
Surely a doctor would have stitched it, but our God is still a God of miracles. Praise the Lord.
This sentiment was really common in the family, as Berg outright forbade any medicine or
No!
surgeries of any kind, instead
No!
teaching that miracles from God were the only way to heal. And because of this, many members of the family with chronic ailments or fatal illnesses were basically left to die. And one of those left suffering was Peter Puppet.
Man.
His life is almost entirely a mystery, as he lived in hiding in one of the family's
All that shit you did, all that. You pushed all that. You pushed. Nah, cause you pushed all them fucking stories for them, just for them niggas to leave your ass in the dust.
Small lump. And over the next
Let
few
there be a
weeks,
fucking
it
listen.
began to slowly get bigger and bigger, to the point that Peter had to go visit a doctor in order to see what was wrong. And it was there he learned that inside of him was an aggressive tumor that was only going to get larger. The good news was the tumor was
Motherfucker
actually
done
operable.
fucked around,
It could
got
be removed
cancer.
with little risk to his life. But the bad news was surgeries were against the family's beliefs. And so he turned it down, instead opting to go back to the compound to carry the tumor away with the other members. This, however, never happened. Instead, the mass began to grow at an even faster rate, to the point that those around him could notice it, eventually leading to Peter hiding away in his room, away from the others, not wanting to be seen. However, at some point during his
This nigga
struggle, a
goofy.
photograph was taken, showing the entire compound he was living with. And in the background, we see Peter, whose neck is
God
hard.
damn! Oh
shit!
I told picture this nigga a goofy old lame ass nigga. Look at all these nut ass niggas. How y'all meet each other? How do y'all know each other? Wait, nah. Matter of fact, look. First off, look at this nigga Peter again. Old dumb ass nigga. Look dumb as shit. Goofy motherfucker. But look at this picture, man. Look at this picture. Look how many people is on here, bro. Bro. You got black. You got white women. What is she? Like, it's an Asian nigga right here. Like, you got so many different people. You got the fucking kids. Oh my God. Wait, hold on. 1, 2. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
And in the background, we see Peter,
oh my God,
whose neck is impossibly large.
Oh my God.
From here, it's said that Peter began to beg the family to take him to get the surgery, as the tumor was quite literally suffocating him slowly, turning him against the very beliefs that he once forced upon so many
Dumbass
children over the
nigga.
years. But the family
Fuck
forbade
you,
it,
stupid
insisting
nigga.
that he wait for a miracle that was never going to come.
Yeah, he
Nowhere
ain't
else
deserve
in
it.
Peter Puppet supposedly ended his own life
It's
shortly
evil of
after
me to
this
say.
photograph was taken, adding the final pillar of context to Life with Grandpa, a program that can only be described as the darkest children's show ever created.
We've got to go now. Let's wave bye-bye, kids. God bless you. Come on, say bye-bye.
Fuck you, goofy man.
Bye-bye.
For many a year, driven by
This nigga just credited a whole short movie, bro. That shit was beautiful. Disturbing, fucked up in so many different ways on so many different levels. Shit tough though. This nigga died of natural causes, man. Man. Bro, he was never convicted of a single crime, bro. This nigga probably had judges and all other type of fucking politicians in that shit with him, bro. Cause ain't no fucking way. And then he died of natural cause, bro. No way that nigga deserved to die like that. Go to sleep and wake up. And not wake up. This shit still going on.
back to my father and home. I should arise and go back to my father.
What the fuck? Caesar Hope. Nah, come on now. You can't do no shit like that. The cause y'all fighting for, she went through it. And you gonna get rid of her because of that? Nah, it ain't right. Man, these corporate companies is something else.
In dark despair, here where there's no one to help nor care, where there is shelter and food to spare.
This nigga's sister too far gone.
I will arise and go, deeply repenting these wrongs I've done, worthy no more to be called his son, hoping my father his child will own. I must arise and go.
Yo, gang, that shit crazy than a motherfucker. That shit crazy than a motherfucker, dog. It's no way in hell you can really sit up here. Like, it's an organization of these motherfuckers. They really, like, bro, we gonna get these kids and we gonna do this, that, and that. And this the plan. How we gonna do that and spread all this witchery around, bro. Oh, bruh, that shit, that just did something to me, bruh. Like, bro, oof. Like, that shit was making me feel queasy, bro. Making my heart skip a beat, bro. It's making my skin crawl. Oh my God, can you do some shit like that? Alright, bro. I can't deal with this shit no more, bro. Hey, appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm gonna get at y'all in the next one.